Hello, so this video is part one of a two-part video series on how to use GIS with RQI in the RQI team at Docs. So I have in front of me the master GIS README, which you should have access to. It's in the RQI folder on Google Drive. This is where I'm putting all of my map links, all the maps that have already been created, to-do lists, instructional guides, that sort of thing. And this video is intended to be an introduction to the ArcGIS system, and the second video we are going to go more into detail on how to actually use the system, how to upload a map, and how to create web apps. So the first thing you need to know is to get an account from GIS from the University of Miami. So the person that you would email to do so is Abraham Parrish. I'm not exactly sure what his email is off the top of my head, but he should be in the Outlook email system, so just search his name in the Outlook contact system, and just email him, say that you're a student, a medical student at UM, and that you need access to GIS to do things related to docs, and also specifically ask for, and this is actually pretty important, specifically ask for publisher access, because there's different levels of access to GIS, but publisher access is the one that you need. And after that, you should be able to log in, and this is more or less what you should see. So the default login page is this page. If you click content, this is where all of your content will be. I have a bunch of content since I've been working on many things, but this is sort of where all the content will be. We have an RQI group on here, which I just clicked on My Groups. So it's Docs RQI on GIS, and we've been uploading a lot of things into this folder. So everything that's sort of shared that other people have created so that you can collaborate with other people should be in that group. Speaking of which, there's actually a couple things that I still have to share. But excuse me while I'll just super quickly do this. Perfect. So just very briefly, there's different item types. There's your maps, which are your basic web maps. So I'm just going to open up a web map here. This is the RQI map that I created. So this is sort of your basic web map interface. And you have your list of layers here. These are your layers or your individual Excel spreadsheets that you upload. You can add a layer, so you go to search for layers and you can add a layer on this side. You can change the base map, which is sort of the background map. So if I want to do, say, a satellite map, I could just click that. Analysis, which I actually haven't delved into, but there's a lot of different, more research-heavy tools that you can do. Obviously, your save button and there's your share button, which you can use to make the map public, and so that anyone can access it. Print, a couple other things. So that is your basic web map. Layers. So as I previously said, each layer is sort of what you upload. So there's a little sort of tricky thing into this because there's something called your normal feature layer, and then there's something called a hosted feature layer. And every single time you upload something, you should always upload it as a hosted feature layer, because that gives you sort of additional sort of functions that you can work with. And then the final thing is something called apps. So apps are web applications, and they're actually scalable to be used on a mobile phone too. So they're basically applications that you can use on both your phone and and on the web. So web maps are really cool because there's two different types of web maps that I've built for docs here. This web map that I'm opening up right now is based on a local perspective, so it's really know how to describe it. It's you type in, say, an address, and it'll pop up all of the resources within specific categories that are available within a specified mile radius. So this is 10 miles. If you want to lower that to, say, 5 miles, you can do that as well. So this is one type of web map. And then the one that I actually just built today is this type of web app, which is actually a lot more complicated to use. This is basically, you have all your layers here. You have something called Near Me feature. These are like little widgets. There's a print button, there's a share button, there's a select button. So yeah, that's that. So those are the 3 basic types of things, or different types of files that are available in ArcGIS. And yeah, so in the next video, we're going to talk about actually how to upload files and how to actually save them, and how to create web apps. So you should watch that video too.